so today's video is a video actually that I did many years ago. It is an updated version of that. This is my beautiful toilet kit and I'm going to tell you what's in it. So as you guys know, I was in Malaysia for about 18 days. Yes, that is a long trip. I think the longest I've taken in the last 3 years at least. And I wanted to show you guys how I pack my toiletries and what I take. Since this was a longish trip, obviously there's a lot in here. Firstly, my toilet kit. Now I've had this for a few months. This is from SG Collections. I really love it. It is expensive, yes, but it holds everything and it's like leather and plastic and you can see everything, which is why I like it. And what I love about it is basically this, because I literally take it like this, unzip it, just open it onto like my bathroom counters in all my hotels like this, and then I just kind of, you know, use everything from here and put it back. So here on this trip, every 2 days I was in a different hotel, so I didn't really unpack everything and, you know, like repack because there was not much time. And I have different compartments. I've taken this on, I think, 3 or 4 trips now. First was to Australia, then to Singapore, and now to Malaysia. And it's really handy and nice and big because I have a lot of big stuff that I carry. So small toilet cases don't really work for me. So let me show you what I have inside, okay? So now first we have this little, you know, the tiny pocket which has just basic supplies. So you've got some, you know, cotton pads, you've got like essentials, like some essential meds. I obviously had a separate medicine case. These are just my emergency meds, a tweezer and a nail file. I've realized I always need to have these on any trip because you never know when you break a nail, you chip a nail, and this really helps. I don't really do a lot of painted nails on a trip, so not much maintenance required. And a tweezer just to tweeze like my brows on and off or whatever. This is something I never leave without, okay? The rest in this I'm not really going to unpack. It's just like a you know, cotton pads to wipe my makeup off, some meds as I said, and a shower cap. Now the shower cap I kept for this trip because obviously I had to keep doing my hair because it was for a travel show. So there were days when my hair was like ironed and I didn't want to re-iron it the next morning, so I would just not want to wet it and I would wear the shower cap. But otherwise usually I would skip the shower cap. Then when it comes to these two, I actually have a dry section and a wet section in my toilet kit. So let me show you guys quickly. This side is the dry side, which is my creams and perfume and all the other stuff. The wet side is what actually goes into the shower, or the or what I literally use, like my toothbrush, my razor, all of that. Okay, let me show you. So I'm starting with the wet side. The first thing I have is 2 different razors, one for the body, one for the face. Now you guys know I've done full body laser. I just did a touch-up session actually before I left after many years, so I didn't really have to shave a lot on this trip, thankfully. Very little, just here and there and patches. This is my older razor which I use for my body, the new Gilette. Wow, this is so good, which I use for the face, just like the mochi and a couple of strands here and there. But I actually prefer men's razors. I've said this before because I feel like they have more control and they do the job better. Also 5 blades, really quick, you're done. So yeah, carried these. And then of course we have my dental stuff, my toothpaste, which is almost over, and a toothbrush and my tongue cleaner. Now I usually use an electric toothbrush here and I have for like a very long time, but I don't take it on flights because it's a nightmare where if it comes on then they like take your bag off the plane and you have to go and remove it and all of that. And I've heard a lot of horror stories, so I do not carry my electric toothbrushes. I just take a regular toothbrush and a tongue cleaner and some floss. Okay, then we have all the bath stuff. So this is the cleanser I took with me, which is the Benefit one that I had gone for the launch to Singapore for. It's really good, and they have travel sizes, which is what I like. So this is the travel size, really small, really easy to use, and it was great because it was perfect for the trip. You know, I wanted to carry like a small cleanser, not something big that I usually have in my bathroom, so took this. And then we had some body wash. Now I always carry body wash when I'm traveling because I feel like I like to use one thing throughout. Like I know hotels usually give you body wash, but then if I keep changing the body wash every 2 days, I feel like my skin acts up sometimes, and you guys know I have very sensitive skin. I normally use soap here. I don't usually use body wash when I'm at home, but then when I travel, I find it easier to just take body wash because the soap bar, even in a soap dish and stuff, sometimes is wet, leaks, all of that. So yeah, this is the one I carried with me. I've taken this before on trips as well, pretty much almost finished it. And yeah, it lasted me quite a bit. Then of course we have shampoo and conditioner. So you guys know I've been using this one by Aveda lately. Really love this. Now normally I would take smaller bottles on a trip, but this was 2 long weeks, and also I was washing my hair a lot because it was like a beach situation, right? So hair was getting wet a lot, hot and sweaty. So yeah. And then we always have extra blades. Now I always like to take extra blades because I like to change my razor blades after using them 2-3 times at best, not like I don't use the same blade a lot, so I always have extra blades. So that is everything in the wet section. Moving on to the dry section, we have sunscreen. Okay, so now this was definitely a major like sun exposure kind of trip, which I knew. I was in Malaysia, I was going to be outdoors a lot. So for my face, I took my 2 favorites, my Isdin, which I always use, and then also the SkinQ one, which I've lately been loving. And depending on the kind of exposure I had, because a lot of the shoots were like indoors some days where we were shooting in a closed space or in a hotel, in and out. A lot of them were like hardcore outdoors. So I was mixing and matching both these. These are really light, don't make your face greasy. Love these, so carried both these on this trip. I also bought back a lot of sunblocks. So I'm going to try different ones that tell you what I think. But currently, these are the ones that I took on the trip. Up next in the dry section, we have my perfume. Obviously, I took this one with me. This is Twilly from Hermes. I love it. I thought I would finish it on the trip, but yeah, I've still come back with some. Then moving on, we have this hair serum that I took with me. This is called a frizz dismiss oil, and my hairstylist actually recommended it. I went for like a color refresh the day before I left, and she used this. It smells really amazing. She used this in my hair, and I was like, okay, I want to get this, and I got it. I used it throughout the trip. Actually, it lasts quite a bit. As you can see, it's barely made a dent because it starts from here. Like literally this much has gone in 2 weeks, and I've pretty much used it every day, dry as well as wet, even before like heat styling and stuff, and it was really good. So yeah, really liking this lately, and you're probably going to be seeing me using it quite a bit. But yeah, took this on the trip with me. Then we have my Bioderma. So now I have a travel Bioderma, which I love to take when I'm traveling because I have the really big ones otherwise at home, and those are really big to carry even if you're, using them every day. I don't put a lot of makeup, even though this was like a TV angle. I didn't really use a lot of foundation or base. I think I just used it in the opening sequence, and that's it. Like my cushion foundation, that was it. After that, it was too hot and we were outdoors, so literally lip tint and mascara every day. So this was great for that. Didn't need a lot of it. So yeah, just took this as my makeup remover. I also took this one, which is the Get Unblocked from Porefessional, which is part of the Benefit range, which is the cleansing oil. If I wanted to double cleanse, I kept this as an option, so I could use this and also use the face wash with that, or just use that. So I had this. I used both of them on the trip. I felt like some days when I had like heavier mascara and stuff, this helped a lot more than just the Bioderma. So yeah, I used both. Then I also took this toner with me. Now this is the full size, so you can actually see the difference in the full size and the travel size. This is what I was saying, that it's really handy to have like travel size products. I actually had only one toner, so I carried it with me because it's actually very hot in Malaysia. Similar climate to India, very humid, very hot. So I thought it would be nice to do like a proper cleanse, tone, moisturize kind of routine every day. Also, my skin was exposed to a lot of sun and all the like extremities that were pretty much there. When you're on an outdoor shoot, that pretty much happens a lot. So I thought I would keep like a nice basic clean routine. So carried this, used it, and my skin didn't act up at all throughout the trip. Speaking of routine, for my face, there were actually one more cream. I actually took obviously my Lineage sleeping mask that I use all the time, which I've been using for many years now. I really love this. So maybe twice or thrice a week, I would put it on as a full nice thick layer at night and sleep, just to kind of regenerate that hydration, to wake up with a nice fresh dewy look. This is great for that. Use this a lot. And in terms of moisturizers, I actually took 2. One is over. It was my Clinique Moisture Surge, the new one, the big jar that you guys have been seeing me using for a while. I finished it on the trip, so I didn't obviously carry the empty jar back because there was no need for that. And I also took this one, which is the Porefessional moisturizer. Similar, very light, very like fresh, because I didn't want to take anything heavy with the, you know, hot, humid climate, similar to this, as I said. So wanted to just keep it nice and light. So these were the options that I took for the night, which is what I was using as part of my PM routine. Then some SOS supplies, obviously my Luca's Papaw ointment, which was great for like lips at night and also for sunburn. So I also used it just on my, you know, face area where I was little burnt here and here one night, and it was pretty much gone. The other thing I used for sunburn is also this. This is Ahaglow, which is what my dermatologist has prescribed to me ages ago when I was really badly burnt on my thighs, and I kind of predicted that this trip as well, because I knew I was going to be out. Like there was one day, the first time I think we were out on jet skis for 6-7 hours in the sun, and I burnt my thighs so badly that like literally my skin was peeling for days while I was there. This really helped to soothe that sunburn. It's an antioxidant, and yeah, just really feels calm and cool, kind of like aloe gel. So yeah, use both these. And last but not the least, we had some cotton buds or cotton swabs. So this is a travel kit actually from Miniso that I bought a while ago. Now I know people will say don't use cotton buds and so on and all of that. I'm aware of that, but I do use them and I like to have them always with me. I know most hotels also provide them, but I like to keep my own just in case they're not around and I want them at a particular time. I always have them when I travel. So yeah, I got this from Miniso, and they're actually really handy because it has its own little box and doesn't come out, doesn't get dirty, all of that. I also like them to remove my makeup sometimes. So if you put kajal or your mascara smudges, you just swipe and, you know, cleans out everything. So yeah, took these along. So yeah, that is pretty much everything, guys, other than the little pocket with just the meds and shower cap and whatever. You can see the whole kit is empty now, and it's pretty big. Like it's really big, fits a lot, which is why I like it, because then I just literally have to take this and plop it into my bag and carry nothing else. So it really works well for me. So yeah, these are all the toiletries that I took for 18 days along with the Clinique Moisture Surge, don't forget that. But yeah, not a lot of stuff. I'm actually very, you know, sure when I travel about what I want to take, and I take things based on what my skin and hair needs at that point in time. I don't carry extra stuff. So yeah, this is the stuff I took. This is the kit I used, and yeah, that's it. So guys, comment below with what you guys carry in your toiletry kits. I would love to hear what your favorite products are also for when you travel, or if you have great, you know, kits. I'm sure a lot of people are going to look for like nice kits. So comment below with your suggestions as well, and what you thought of the video. Also give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.